I'm back, and I have another colleague here. This is Dana Hughes.
Hi.
So we're gonna talk a little bit more about George Floyd. So Dana, I want to ask you, how do you feel about seeing George Floyd getting killed by a policeman the way he did?
um, Angry. So, yeah, when I watched it, I was very disappointed in our policemen. But let me say, I know that the policemen are here to protect us, but there are some bad policemen, okay? And I feel like he went way, way too far. And yeah, that's how I felt. Made me feel angry, made me feel disappointed, in people that are supposed to be looking out for us. So, yes.
To serve and protect. Yes,
I'm
I
very
understand
sad
that.
for George Floyd and his family. I mean,
Yeah, that's sweet.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. I feel sorry about that too, about his whole family, because it's just something that you just can't explain.
Right.
Um,
Whether he was doing right or wrong, I don't know all the facts and everything. I mean, nobody deserves to die like that. So, nobody.
you just said that's the key word. Nobody deserves to die like that. You're right. Another question I want to ask you is, how do you feel about racism?
Well, I hate racism because um, I feel like we're all the same people. I mean, we all have a little bit of something in our bodies. You know what a little bit of some kind of culture in us. We're not all strictly white. We're not all strictly black. We're not all strictly, Chinese. We all have a little bit in us. So I just think it's ridiculous. We just all have different color skin.
Yes.
I mean, even my sisters all have the same daddy. I mean, but we have different colored skin because, like, my sister has olive skin. I have white, fair skin. It's just we're all people. God made us all. We just our looks are different. So I think
We
it's
all human
ridiculous
beings. Yeah.
to think one's better than the other because that's so untrue. There's good black people, there's bad black people, there's good white people, there's bad white people, and so on and so on. All the different races. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think.
And you hit it on the head. It is good and bad on all different
All
races.
sides, yes.
On all sides, I
Yes.
agree with you totally. So, do you like black people?
Of course, I like black people. Like I said, we're all people. I don't care what color the skin is.
Now, tell me,
like all people.
how do you think we can stop all this not really knowing about each other between the black and whites? Do you think that we need to be? Do you think white people need to have more black people in their lives, and black people need to have more white people in life? Because you got both sides. Some black folks don't deal with white folks. Am I right?
Right.
And then you got some white folks that don't deal with black people, and then they just go on by stereotyping, and they really don't know. So how you feel about that?
I mean, I just feel like I wish we could just all get along and there would be I wish there was no separation. And I know that this is 2020 and there should not be any separation. I mean, that was many, 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 many years ago, and I wish that it was not like that now. I mean, but even blacks like to keep separate, whites and I just wish it wasn't that way. I don't know how to fix the situation because we've been trying for a really, really long time.
And that was my next question. How would you fight racism? What would you, just being yourself on the everyday world, what would you do in order to fight the racism as far as that? How will you show that, hey, I don't want to deal with this, I'm not dealing with this?
I don't really know how to fight it. I mean, the fighting has got to stop. So to say fight, I really don't.
Maybe I used the wrong word.
Yeah.
How would you show that you anti-racist?
To be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and not, and I try and not to say that I'm not saying try is the wrong word because to me we're all people. So I don't really.
You just be yourself.
And
you are like that. And work with you. You are like that. You are yourself.
But when I see other people like that, I don't know what to do about it because I don't know how to change their thinking, their thought process. I really don't.
And you really can't, if in a way. It's almost like an old dog with new tricks. Trying to teach them new skills or what, new tricks. But if it's embedded in them, I think only person that can really change them is God, Jesus
Right.
Christ.
That's true.
You
Very
know,
true.
and they actually will have to be in a situation where they have befriended some black people so they can see these folks are, and I have known that some people have done that, and these folks are just like us. Oh my God, it's no different. Why are we human beings? God made some of them darker. God made some people lighter, some people in between, and that's just how it is.
And I think that's part of the answer is we got to pray about it more.
I think so too. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Yeah, and I think that I have hope that it's going to eventually happen. Might not happen around our time, but maybe we get to see a little bit of it.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to ask you 2 more questions, and then we'll be done. How do you feel about blacks and whites being in a romantic relationship together?
I don't see a problem with it at all. As
Okay.
long as the people are attracted to each other, and they're, as she would say, their souls, meet together. I mean, I think if you're attracted to somebody, it doesn't matter what color they are. And that's my honest truth. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that because I don't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah. I think that's the same thing. As long as they treat each other good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about. Now I'm gonna give you the same little scenario like I gave Jennifer. Okay, if you were there, let's just say let's say you was a police officer, okay, and you was one of his colleagues,
Okay.
and you seen this man do this, and you heard this man crying out for his life, and he's crying out, his mama, I'm in pain, and your colleague, it could be me. Let's just say I'm the bad person. I'm the police officer, got my knee on this man. Because at this point, I understand he is white, but we got bad police on each side, each side. Let's just say I'm doing this to this man, and you see me doing this, and I look like I done lost my mind or I done got possessed by something, and I'm killing this man. Now, we colleagues, I hope you care enough for me. What would you do?
Well, I would hope, I mean, because I'm not in that position, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I would hope that if I had the training and everything, that I knew how to get control of you, I would hope that I would take control of you and put you in handcuffs.
Yeah. Or
honestly,
you think they would have called somebody that was
Right.
over them, right?
yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
he's killing
I
this
know
man.
in that
We need some help.
situation,
Yeah.
it would be scary because you don't know it could turn on you, and you could get hurt. But if you're an officer of the law, you're doing that. That's what you take an oath to do.
Yeah.
So you kind of can't really think about yourself. So I would want to protect the citizen, from the person that
That would
went
have been
off.
a time for one of them to stand up to be a hero.
Yeah. Now I can't say I would
Maybe
shoot
even
them,
all 3 of them.
but I would try to get them
Yeah.
detained.
If all 3 of them had gotten together and said, okay, he killing this man, they could have probably pulled him up,
Yeah.
He couldn't have hurt all 3.
Yeah.
But
I think somebody in that group should have taken some kind of action.
I think so too. I do too.
I really do.
Yeah, I can understand that the citizens that were there, they were black, and they probably were scared to death. And if you attack a police officer, they do have the right to shoot you. So all they could say was, please, man, he can't breathe, can't get off of him. But if all 3 of them would have stood there and stood there together, they probably could have got that.
Or even tried to call 911,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Call his superior over him. Yeah, I agree with you totally. But thank you, Dana.
You're welcome.
You did great. She was a little nervous, but she did real wonderful. And so I want to say goodbye for right now. And it probably won't be till a few more days before I record another show. I got, it's going to be a different one. And then I'm going to get back to my Asian movies again. And we'll talk about that. And we'll do a little Kung Fu this time. But you all have a great day and be safe.
thank you for letting me be on your show.
You're more than welcome. Bye-bye.